This will be a MidJourney first look. So we're going to be viewing MidJourney from a person who's coming here for the first time and has never used MidJourney before. So we're going to go ahead and learn how to get started, look at the documentation, download any apps, and start generating prompts and going through the whole thing. So here we go. All right, so this is MidJourney's homepage. When you first land on here, it's midjourney.com. This is what it looks like. We're going to go ahead and press the Get Started button so we can figure out how we can get started. Actually, before we do that, let's go ahead and look at the homepage just a little bit. Okay, so if you want to know about MidJourney, MidJourney is an independent research lab exploring new mediums of thought and expanding the imaginative powers of a human species. We are a small, self-funded team focused on design, human infrastructure, and AI. They have 11 full-time staff and an incredible set of advisors. They have some pretty amazing accolades here. Great group of guys. This is the homepage. Let's get started by clicking on the Let's Get Started button. Actually, before we do that as well, let's go ahead and look at the showcase so we can see what MidJourney is capable of. We'll click on Showcase. And so here are some of the art that MidJourney is capable of creating. All right, so from the community showcase, it looks like you're going to be able to see a lot of the art that MidJourney has been able to produce. One of the cool things I'm noticing is when you hover over one of these images, you're able to see what looks like the text prompt that was used to create this image. So that's actually really nice. So here we can click on this image. Now I don't see the text prompt anywhere. So once you click on the image, you actually don't see the text prompt anymore, and you'll be taken to a new tab here. Go ahead and close so we can go back. But when you hover over these text prompts, you'll be able to see here, like this image right here was generated by inputting the text prompt Mega Man suit, costume, knolling layout, deconstructed, highly detailed, depth, etc. So this is a great place to get started and start looking at some different text prompts and get ideas as to how you will be able to best create a text prompt to generate your desired image. They got a lot of great stuff here. Realistic sci-fi anime female with white hair. Look at this. This is cool. Incredible, powerful anime girl. Batman here. A lot of really cool stuff, right? All right, so let's go back to the homepage and get started. All right, so from the homepage, we're going to scroll down and click on Get Started. All right, we're here at MidJourney documentation at docs.midjourney.com. Let's go ahead and scroll down a bit. So here we have join the MidJourney community on Discord or the web, where thousands collaborate to create new worlds, fantastic characters, and unique imagery from short text descriptions. Here's a quick start guide. All right, so now we've gone inside the documentations and it's going to teach us how to get started. So first, you'll have to join the Discord. You'll be able to join the Discord by clicking on the link here, MidJourney Discord. Go ahead and click on MidJourney, go ahead and create an account and download Discord, and let's get started. So this is what MidJourney's Discord will look like once you've arrived the very first time. There's an announcements tab. You'll be able to see the recent changes and status, some polls, and some other information. But let's just go ahead and continue following the documentation and see what the next step is. So here we have find a newbies channel. All right, let's go ahead and find a newbies channel. So here's a newbies channel. We found one, number 27, on the MidJourney official server. So select any newbies #hashtag channel. Okay, we've selected one in the left sidebar. We've gone ahead and done that. On other servers, you can generate images with MidJourney bot on any server that has invited the bot. So if you're an advanced user of Discord and you know how to invite the bot, you can go ahead and invite the bot to your Discord and generate images on your own private server if you're interested in doing that. All right, so next, use the /imagine command. All right, so let's learn about that command. So about Discord commands, interact with MidJourney bot on Discord using a command. Commands are used to create images, change default settings, monitor user info, and perform other helpful tasks. So you'll be creating images by primarily using the /imagine command. So to do this, we're going to navigate over to Discord, click on the messages box right here at the bottom, and we're going to type in /imagine. Now, when you're typing this, you should be able to get a prompt that pops up here. So you can always click on the prompt or just hit enter. Either way, it'll go ahead and add the prompt field there at the bottom. So now we should be able to just type in our text prompt. So if you don't see a pop-up when typing the /image command, try logging out and updating the Discord app and logging back in. So it appears that there might be an issue with the text prompt coming up. So if that's the case for you, just go ahead and log out, log back in, and that should resolve the issue. So let's go to number 2 now. Type a description of the image you want to create in the prompt field. Okay, so let's make an image of, I don't know, some fruit. 2 apples wearing boxers fighting in a salad bowl. Let's do that. And then a style. We'll do a realistic style. In a realistic style. So we want it to look like real apples. Okay, and then we'll go ahead and press enter. And so here is our text prompt right here. You can see it's waiting to start. So we'll wait for MidJourney to go ahead and create our images. In the meantime, let's go ahead and continue reading the documentation. So here's number 3, click return to send your message. We've already done that. I guess we're ahead of the game here. Next step, the MidJourney bot will generate a pop-up asking you to accept the terms of service. Okay, so if you haven't already done that, you'll have to accept the terms of service. Then once you've done that, you're just waiting for the image to generate. So here's our image over here on the right. You can see it on Discord, generating slowly but surely. Let's go ahead and wait for that to finish. And let's take a look before we move on and start looking at some more advanced features. All right, so our image is done. Now, if you're new to Discord, you're going to be able to find your image one of 2 ways. If you noticed, the image has been removed from where it was earlier. So number 1, the easiest way to find it is up here at the top left. You're going to get a message from the bot. And if you click on it, you can go ahead and look at the images that it has created for you. That's one way. Another way, if you haven't set that up, because I believe you have to set that up in order for it to do that for you. If you have not set that up, which is going to be the case for the majority of you, up here at the top right, you should have an inbox. And if you click on the inbox, you'll have the image that was created for you, okay? So let's go ahead and click on the image, and this is the image that it created for us. That's pretty incredible. Let's look at our prompt just so we can remember what it is we typed to create this image. So we typed 2 apples wearing boxes. I meant to say boxers fighting in a salad bowl in a realistic style. Okay, so this is the one that got what we were looking for, right? We have 2 apples. I don't know if they're necessarily fighting. It looks like they might be having a food fight here, but they're in a salad bowl and it looks kind of funny. This is fantastic. This one is kind of funny too. They're both getting at it. So you can see really quickly, you can get some images. Now, the more specific you get with your images, the harder I'm sure MidJourney will have to get exactly what you want. So you're going to have to experiment. Well, let's go ahead and continue on the quick start guide so we can see what else MidJourney can do. All right, so step 4 processes the job. The MidJourney bot takes about a minute to generate 4 options. We've already seen those 4 options over here on the right. Generating an image activates the free MidJourney trial. Okay, so if you're a newcomer, the first time that you use this, you're going to be automatically entered into the MidJourney trial stage. So of course, if you want the advanced features and you want to be able to generate more images, you're going to need to upgrade to a paid account. So trial users can make roughly 25 jobs before needing to subscribe. This is great for people that have never used this type of software before, where an AI creates artwork for you. So that way you can get a feel for what you're getting yourself into and make sure the tool is going to give you your desired result. And should it work for you, I think MidJourney is one of the better tools out there for creating AI generated art. Okay, so let's read on. A job is any action that uses the MidJourney bot. Trial users can make roughly 25 jobs. You're wondering, okay, well, what is a job? So here it tells you Jobs include using the /imagine command to create a grid of images, upscaling those images, or creating image variations. All of those three options are considered a job, and all use your free trial time. Use the /info command to check your fast time remaining to see your remaining trial time. So if you're wondering what these other things are, so obviously we've already typed in /command and we've seen a grid of images, right? We've gotten that. So if you click on jump and you go to your post within Discord here, you'll be able to see a series of options down over here. Now, if you look here in the quick start guide, it'll tell you upscaling images is also considered a job. Well, what's upscaling images? It does exactly what you think it does. It'll upscale the image to a higher resolution and oftentimes improve the image, and it may change the image slightly as well. So just keep that in mind. So for example, let's say we really liked this one right here, the second one. If we click on the U2, it'll target the second image here and it'll upscale it. So the U stands for upscale and the 2 corresponds to the number in the grid. So the top left is 1, the top right is 2, the bottom left is 3, and the bottom right is 4. Okay, so if we click on that, it'll go ahead and upscale it for us. We'll go ahead and demonstrate that now. I'll click U2 and we'll have to wait a moment for that to generate. And then we'll also receive a ping from the bot letting us know when our job is completed. And then the other one here you'll see is creating image variations. So if you notice right below the U 1 through 4, you'll have a V 1 through 4. The V stands for variation 1, 2, 3, and 4. And they correspond to the grid in the same way that the upscaling does. So let's say you like the second image, but you wanted some slight variations. See what else the AI can come up with. You'd want to click on the variation. Let's get more variations of the second one here. I'm going to go ahead and click on the V2 button. And this is going to go ahead and ping the bot to create those versions. Now make sure that this button is highlighted. If it's not, it didn't go through. So you might need to click it once or twice to get it to work. And when it's done, you will get your ping up here in the top left. So just keep an eye on your inbox here. If you notice, the one that we upscaled has already been finished. So here is the upscaled image. So let's go ahead and close this out. And right above that, you can see here the variations are almost done. And bam, we got our ping that lets us know that the job has been finished. Let's go ahead and look at our variations. So you can see it has the similar style, just very slight variations in its look, right? This one looks like more hands. The tongues look different. The expressions are slightly altered, you know, so, but it's similar, right? So that's how you can get different variations. We've already gone over upscaling and creating variations, but let's go ahead and go through the quick start guide again. So after the initial image grid has finished generating, 2 rows of buttons appear. So we just, we got ahead of ourselves. We just covered that. We have 1 through 4, U1 through U4. So U buttons upscale an image, generating a larger version of the selected image and adding more detail. Now just note that this detail, like I said earlier, will change the image slightly. So I've seen images where you have an image without a nose, like a human-like image without a nose. And if you upscale, it'll just add a nose all of a sudden. So there are unintended consequences to upscaling, and you may need to regenerate prompt or change the prompts a little bit to let the AI know to omit certain details. But that's a little bit advanced, and we'll talk about that in a different video. For now, we're just going through it for the first time. So here we have the V1 through V4. The V button creates a slight variation of the selected grid. Creating a variation generates a new image grid similar to the chosen image's overall style and composition, as we just saw earlier in this image right here. Let's continue. So now we have this rotating arrows. So the reroll returns a job. In this case, it would return the original prompt, producing new grid of images. This is basically a button to regenerate or gamble a new set of images, right? So let's say you created a prompt and you're like, you know what? I don't like the 4 that it generated. You can click on this button again or roll the dice and it'll give you, using the same prompt, another set of 4 images. Okay, next we can rate the images. So let's go and read that real quick. After upscaling an image, a new set of options will appear. Okay, so we have make variations, light upscale redo, beta upscale redo, and web. So let's go ahead and find our upscale, which is right over here. We will navigate to it by clicking on jump. And this is what it's talking about. So if you look at our image right here, under it, it has make variations, it has web, and it has favorite, okay? So the make variations button creates a variation of the upscaled image and generates a new grid of 4 options. So this is a good option if you look at your upscaled image and it distorted it in a way that was not particularly useful to you, or it gave you some unintended results. This will give you a way to regenerate some more variations based on a very similar design. Light upscale redo redoes the upscale using a different upscaler model. I don't have that activated here. You can activate it a little bit more advanced. We'll talk about that in another video. So we'll go ahead and skip that for now. And then you have the web button right over here on the side. Open the image in your gallery on MidJourney.com. So it'll basically, here, I'll just go ahead and show you what that does. Let's go ahead and demonstrate that right now. I'll click on web. I'll click yes. This will jump me over to the browser and it'll open up the image in MidJourney.com on your own private account. So this is it right here. Here's some explored related images. So other people have typed in these Apple fighting or angry Apple type of stuff before, and we can see these images here. Another thing you can do on MidJourney is rate the images that were generated for you. So here we can see if you click on a smiley button, you can rate any upscaled image on MidJourney website or on Discord. And each day, the top 1,000 image raters receive an hour of free fast mode time. So if you do spend a lot of time on Discord, help them out by liking or rating the images so they know what images people tend to like the most, and this will help them with their algorithm, fine-tuning it and making the style of the images more in line with what people are favoriting or liking. So you can rank your work or the work of others. Rank based on your personal style and opinion. Love the look, effort, colors, concept, or theme? Give it a try. So I don't think that these emojis are in anymore. Now it's been replaced with favorite. So if you click on favorite, it'll add it to your favorites. I don't see the emojis anymore. And let's keep going down here on the quick start guide. We have save your image. So if you click on the image and open it full size, you can right click on it and it'll give you some options. So let's go ahead and do that. We'll click on it. If you right click, now we have copy image, save image, open link, and copy link. All right, so on mobile, long tap the image and then tap the download icon in the top right corner. So if you're on a mobile device, you won't have to click, you'll have to push and hold, and then you'll be prompted to download. All images are immediately available to view on MidJourney.com. So if you lose your image over here in the chat area, you'll be able to find it on MidJourney.com. And then of course you have the paid plans. You can subscribe to a plan. Trial users have roughly 25 free jobs, which is fantastic. Thank you so much, MidJourney. Jobs do not presently expire, but will also not renew. To make more images, use the /subscribe command in the bot channel to generate a personal link to the MidJourney account page. Do not share the link with others. That goes without saying. For prices and more information, go to the subscription plan. So if you look here, the prices are pretty competitive. I think this is fantastic. You have a basic plan for $8 a month. For what you're getting, the value is amazing. If you want more time, you can upgrade to the 24. And if you want to go absolutely ballistic, maybe you're an agency, or maybe you're just spending all day, maybe you're a content creator and you need a lot of bandwidth. You need to be able to sit there and generate image after image after image. You're slamming your fingers on that keyboard. This will be a good plan for you. So they have different options depending on who you are and what you're going to be doing. It says double check. Make sure you are signing in using your existing Discord account to make it easy. It is easy to accidentally create a new account. Okay, so you don't want to be creating new accounts and have like multiple Discords, paid plans, unless you're trying to do that. All right, so next steps. Work in your direct messages. Public channels move too fast? ? Use the /imagine command while direct messaging with a MidJourney bot. Images made within your direct messages are still subject to content and moderation rules and are visible on the MidJourney website. So what that means is you don't necessarily need to come over here and type in the newbie chat anymore. You can come over here to MidJourney bot. This is the direct message it has sent to you, and you can directly type in a prompt here. So we'll type /imagine, and then we can go ahead and type in our text prompt, and it'll send us images directly on your direct message. So you won't be able to lose them anymore. They're all in one central location, very easy to find. All right, so if you like to learn more about prompts, you want to get more advanced, you want to get more precise images, then it'll give you some links here so you can find out about parameters and all that kind of stuff. You'll learn how to combine images. And if you need help, they have a help section right over here. All right, so that concludes our showcasing of MidJourney. I hope you enjoyed our walkthrough, our first look. And if you have any questions, throw them down in the comments. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and I will see you next time in the next one. Bye-bye.